Landlords are wicked. Landlords are increasing rent. Agents are devils. How can an agent be taking 45% on a transaction? How much is the house? How much are the other fees attached to it? We have heard all these rantings, all the numerous things that people have to say around landlords, around agents. But there's one popular thing that we don't always publicize. The way we have evil landlords, we have evil agents. It's the same way we actually do have evil tenants. The same way tenants have stories about agents and landlords. It's the same way landlords, evil agents, have stories about tenants. And in this video, we're going to have those conversations around 5 types of evil tenants that you should avoid if you're a landlord. Some of you watching this video, you may be one of them. So change your ways and repent. So we're going to look at the 5 kind of tenants. I call them evil tenants that you should pay attention to and screen against if you're using your property or rent in real estate. But before we go on, if this is your first time here, or maybe this is not your first time here, but you have been watching my videos and you have not subscribed, I want to let you know the Lord is watching you. So click that button and subscribe. Now that's number 1. Number 2, like this video, share with your friends, share with your people that you want to have good tenants. So if you have friends that have properties, share with them. So they're the kind of tenants that they should avoid. And like the video, I know you have not watched it. Just have faith that what I'm going to say is going to make it out of this. So like it in advance. So there are 5 kind of tenants that we're going to, okay, not 10, 5 kind of tenants that we're going to pay attention to in this session. Number 1 is what I call the promise and fail tenant. So, I mean, these guys are general ones. When are you going to pay, Oga? When are you going to pay, madam? Oh, don't worry, by the end of this month, we'll pay. My salary will come in and then we'll pay. No, that's not a problem. Service charging, leave, don't worry. And then you say you pay on Friday, Oga. Yes, now, it's Thursday, tomorrow is Friday, I'll pay on Friday. Shows up on Friday, you say, my bank. Or they call a particular bank, say network is not good. I don't know why this, I don't know why that. So this kind of people are going to stress your life, especially if you're a very good person. You can't throw them out of the house exactly immediately. You don't have your money, time is counting. And some of these people are extremely strategic. They know exactly how to frustrate you. So those ones are called the promise and fail specialists. They promise you'll pay, they won't pay. That's number 1. Number 2 are the people who are renting from their rents. You rented house to person A or person B. How many of you are going to be here? It's just me. From time to time, you show up in your property and you don't even understand again. They say, I know it's just my 2-year-old cousin that is going to be with me and he's here for 2 weeks, after which he's back to Ibadan or he's back to anywhere he's coming from. And there you are, no wahala. But before you know it, there's Tayo, there's James, there's Ada, all of them are around in the house. You're like, yo, I said, no, they're just coming to visit me. In fact, at some point in time, we don't even know who the tenant is again because James is more around than the person you gave the body to. So these people, I mean, you must be very cautious of too. Because there are more people in the house, usually the house gets damaged faster. Who is the real tenant? Nobody knows anymore. That's the second tenant you should avoid. Now, the 3rd kind of tenant you should avoid is the destroyer general. Now, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe. Haven't liked this video. Now, who is the destroyer general? This guy does the house, right? Like a perishable good. You get into your house, the door is broken, toilet is broken. In fact, people try to mitigate for this by collecting caution fee. But 80 to 90% of the time, the caution fee you collected is way less than the destruction that happens in the house. Collect a caution fee of 10%, maybe on a 5 million rent, 500,000. The guy comes into the house, the door is gone, kitchen is gone. You'll not be asking, una they through the, there's some things that will spoil. You come. How did you spoil this thing? And the funny part, they are done. They're not the kind of people that will be telling you we are looking for brand new house. But the one that they went when it was brand new, they scattered it. So usually clients like that, they are going to make the point of rent useless. Because by the time they leave the house, the amount of money you will spend in renovating the house can even exceed their rent in some kind of cases. That's the 3rd kind of tenant that you should be aware of. So the 4th tenant is, I call them disappearing generals. You just don't know where they are. They rented your house, they are not around. A large chunk of the time, they're not around. Pay, they no pay. Stay in theirs, they don't stay in theirs. So some of these people are very, maybe young people, they are popping people, so maybe the rental house na bully bar, but they've told their friends that they live on the island. So they're on the island 247. They go to work, then they sleep in their friend's house here and there. But their main house is your own house in Abule Egba. No wahala. And me, I don't care if you rent and you don't use. It's even better for me because it's less damage. Or your parents, they are not around. Throw them out of their house and their things are still there. You didn't use my house. You're not giving me money. You're just there stressing my life. Those ones are frustrating because it's only phone call. And when they see your call, they don't pick. Their things are there. As a good person that you are, you can't throw your things away. You don't have money. You don't have tenants. You're just there and the person is giving you a lot of wahala. So that's the fourth kind of tenant that you should pay attention to. And the fifth kind of tenant, I call these people the noise factories. You see, these people, I don't know how many of us have had neighbors that their entire playlist. Usually maybe Sunday morning. Sometimes it's when they are washing their cars. But these people are just lousy. Lousy in everything. Everything they are making noise. So they wake up their stereo system. They are watching a film. And both you and them, you are watching the film together from your own house. Because of how noisy it is. So these guys, everything is a very, very, very serious lousy moment. Friends come, make a lot of noise, music by 2 a.m, loud noise, move, everything is loud, and your other tenants are complaining. They're the ones that are frustrated. In fact, this kind of people, they even graduate themselves in the house. Maybe they are four in your house. The guy will graduate himself or herself, and they will be playing caretaker, disturbing everybody, bringing pressure on everybody. Everybody hates Mr. A, everybody hates Mrs. A, everybody hates Miss A, or whatever. And before you know it, some people even move out because of that kind of disturbance. All right. I mean, somebody gives birth to a child in the flat next to yours. The guy can't sleep all through the night. Maybe the newborn baby. Now, eventually, he wants to sleep. And then the guy is playing loud music. So you see, those few set of people, they can be very, 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 very problematic. Maybe not to you if you don't live in that house, but especially to the people living there. Many people only know this kind of tenants because they only pay attention to some kind of tenants that we call residential tenants. So what exactly are residential tenants? These are tenants that take up places to live in. Many people haven't explored commercial tenants. Who are commercial tenants? These are people who take up spaces to do business in as opposed to living in. So whether they're using the place for an office, they're using it for a pharmacy, maybe a supermarket or whatever, they don't live in the place, but instead they use the place to generate income. From experience, you will find out that commercial tenants are usually, many times, they give less stress than the general residential. In fact, let me show you 3 advantages of commercial tenants. Number one, you see, these commercial tenants, because it's their business, they usually take longer leases. So while a tenant, you are dragging tenant for 5 million or 3 million or 2 million in a year, commercial tenant shows up, says, look, I want to lease this place for 5 years. And they do that because they are putting it on their business documents. They are maybe putting it out that this is where you can meet me. So they don't want to be moving every single time. So commercial tenants, usually you get cash, bulk cash at once. So as somebody is speaking English for you, commercial tenant shows up, sometimes gives you 100 million, gives you 50, 20 million. Some people sign as long as 10-year leases. You have cash in your hand, you can take that money, you can invest in something else and all that. So residential tenants on the average pay yearly, commercial tenants usually pay longer. Number 2 is, on the average, these guys have better maintenance culture. Because if something is generating money for me, if a client is coming to my office has to look the best. It's in my interest that my office looks the best, because my office looking good can influence whether or not the client is going to pay. So it's in their interest to keep the property in the best shape, which is your interest. So that's another advantage of commercial tenants. And the third thing is higher cash flow potential. You see, they can be telling you 3-bedroom, calling a ridiculous price. But if you own a store, have you ever thought about it? Maybe you walk into a store like a Ikeja City Mall or this thing. Every single shop that you see there, they pay ridiculous amounts. In fact, that's part of why the prices are higher in those places. They pay ridiculous amounts. I'm telling you, 50 square meter, 25 square meter of a commercial space can be more expensive than a 2-bedroom in some places. So you have more cash flow from commercial tenants. They take care of your property better and they give you longer cash up front. Right? So if you're looking into tenancy, if you're looking into owning properties, perhaps you should incline towards exploring commercial tenants. They will give you peace of mind. You have less wahala, you have more money and all that. So before you think all tenants are evil, the question I want to ask is, have you tried to invest in a commercial property before? If your answer is no, then we need to have a conversation. There'll be some phone lines scrolling through the screen. Let's have a conversation, look through your budget, see how we could lock you in for a couple of amazing commercial deals. Because I mean, the same way it has its pros, it has its cons, and it can be a bad investment if you don't know exactly what to do, how to do, and investing in the strategic points. That's exactly where our expertise comes in. If you're looking to, shift or maybe even diversify your portfolio, have commercial investments, then send us a message on any of the channels and we'll be up to have a conversation with you and see how we can lock this in. So let me ask you in the comment section, beyond these tenants that I've mentioned, have you seen any other kind of demonic wicked set of tenants? Comment before, or even if you're a tenant and your landlord has done you strong thing, comment in the chat box. Let's see. And if you have other questions around, you could also comment, send us a message on WhatsApp or wherever with the contact showing, and we'll be ready to respond to you within the shortest time possible. I hope this video was valuable for you, and I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, my name remains Realtor Z, your plug for the best real estate investment deals. See you in the next one. Cheers.